You know those moments when you just have an idea and you think that idea might blow up? I had that moment too. See, a while ago, my roommate had a dilemma. He had his first casual date the next day and he didn't know what to wear. So he came up to me and showed me 2 different outfits, asking, what should I wear? And it was just us just talking back and forth of the color scheme, the type of clothes, the type of pants, the type of shoes you should wear. And it took us maybe 30 minutes for him to finally make a decision. And that's when I had the whoa moment. And I realized that people make so many decisions per day. For example, what should I eat? What should I wear? What jacket should I buy? Or where should we go for a family vacation? So I decided to make an app where people can share and solve their dilemmas. But who knows, it might be a horrible idea, but I thought it was fun. So I coded, and boom, we launched, and we reached about 8,000 downloads from 95 different countries on both Android and iOS. And I think a lot of people enjoy the app because there's a 4.6 out of 5-star review on the App Store. And let's just stop there. It actually wasn't this, oh yeah, I coded, I launched it, and here's 8,000 people using the app. No. Let's go back to the part where I said, so I coded. See, the fun thing is that I didn't know how to code. The moment when I had that idea, I was just a random college student majoring in hospitality business, so I do hotel management. We never learned how to code an app or website or basically anything. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, this app is so fun, I should make this. But how? And actually, I made this video because I had a dilemma on what YouTube video I should make next. And majority of the users chose the option of how I coded an app without having a CS degree, so here we are. And just for the sake of time, I can't teach you literally everything, like how to create a button and text and fonts and all that stuff, but I can teach you how I learned to code fast. So first, by doing research, you need to figure out what framework you want to use. And a framework is basically a pre-built structure for developers to use when they first want to code a project. To give you an example of what this means, let's say you want to take a note from a lecture. You're not going to go to a tree and chop it down and make a notebook and then put a piece of graphite and wood together and make a pencil and then you're going to take a note. Like, that's not going to happen. You're just going to get a pencil and a notebook that is already made, and then you will take a note. That's exactly what a framework is. So developers don't really code from scratch, like absolutely nothing. They actually use a template or already pre-built structure so they can code on top of that. And as of the framework, what I want to say is choose a framework that has a lot of developer support, meaning there's a lot of popularity, so there's a lot of developers fixing bugs, or there's a lot of libraries that you can just download it and just use it right away. And ChatGPT or GitHub Copilot or Claude helped a lot. And at this point, maybe a lot of people think, oh, this video is basically promoting the usage of AI to code. Well, AI is a great tool to use, and I think we should take full advantage of that great tool. But there are also limitations on AI. I mean, nowadays the technology got so good, there are even AI that can code for you, like Cursor. But the thing is, if you're dependent on AI fully and you don't understand the code, that means you can't really prompt well. And if you can't prompt well, you might be able to code an app, but you might not be able to code it efficiently. For example, I kept using ChatGPT to code an app. It all worked great until my friend, who's very experienced in coding, looked at the app and said, oh, this is not how you should do it. This is very inefficient. And that's the first time I learned what Redux is. Redux is a very technical thing, but it's basically storing data from what you got from the server, so you don't have to access the server every single time. And this Redux will make the app so much more efficient. But I didn't know that because AI never told me about Redux. And that's when I realized AI is awesome. It will do 85% of the job correctly, but it is so easy for you to just get trapped in its own code. I cannot stress this enough, that AI will make you code so much faster. It is a great tool, but just don't be too dependent on it. So with the help of AI, YouTube, Coursera courses, and help from my co-founder, I was able to learn how to code very, very quickly. But as I was coding, there is a huge challenge that I didn't really think of, and that is designing. See, I thought design was just a simple thing to do. I went to different websites and got inspiration of the app design. So I've been analyzing the corner radius of the button, the width, the height, the font size, the font color, everything. And I made it, and it looked like this. It's horrendous. It's horrible. And I think that's the first time I felt so defeated. I tried so hard to make it, but it's just so bad. And I was thinking, am I gonna spend another few months figuring out how to design this app more pretty? And to me, I was already so busy coding the actual app, coding the design of the app was such a big burden. So I just decided to hire a freelancer from Fiverr. And whoa, it was amazing. And I just changed the color scheme a little bit, and that's how we have the app right now. I also want to say I have so much respect to UI UX designers because having a great design where users will be like, oh, this is pretty good, is actually really good. And you might be thinking, oh, take care of the design, code the app with the function, and you're done. And not quite, because there's so many other factors that you should consider, such as server, database, authentication, security, and moderation. And I know it just sounds super complex, and it was complex, but the reason why I was able to code this is because of the prior knowledge that I learned from using AI and just actually building the app. And the thing is, the journey of doing all of this isn't always fun and games. There are moments where I'm just very, very sad, just sitting on the desk and I'm looking at this bug that I can't solve for a week. I'm not even getting paid to do this, and I have homework, I have school, clubs, I have friends, and it's just so stressful. But I'm glad that I took the leap to learn how to code, because there's so many benefits when it comes to learning new things. Since I learned how to code, I met amazing people, amazing friends, amazing mentors. I gained new skills, and I'm excited to do more things with my skill. It makes me feel more alive. And for the beginners who want to get into development, there's just 3 things I want to emphasize. Start actually coding. You know, watching videos and reading the posts is all good, but actually code. And that'll be so much better than just sitting behind the screen and watching someone teaching you. The second thing is enjoy the process. I think the reason why I didn't give up, even though there were moments I really wanted to, was because at the end of the day, I was very proud of myself that I learned how to code. And I did make progress. Like a few months ago, I didn't know anything about coding, but here I am and I'm coding an app. It feels amazing. And with that enjoyment, I just kept pushing through. And the third part I want to say is ask for help if you need help. See, when I was first coding this app, I was very stubborn to do this by myself. And it worked most of the time, but there are some moments where I'm just stuck for weeks. And there weren't people that I could ask, and I was just so desperate to the point where I cold emailed a Microsoft senior developer and said, hey, I'm a student in this university and I have this problem. Would you mind helping me? You know, if you think about it, I asked students from my own university to help me and they just ghosted me, but why on earth would a Microsoft senior developer would help me? The funny thing is, he did reply and he actually helped me solve the problem. And that's when I realized, don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask for help to your friends or to people who might know how to code, or just cold email. You don't know what could possibly happen. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So far, I'm very happy on where I'm at right now, and I'm very excited to see where this might go. So if you guys have any questions like what tech stack I use or anything, just comment below and I'll try to reply to all of you guys. Until then, I hope I see you guys later. Bye bye.